I'm getting ready to show you a very quick way of adding texture to your papers. And I'm just kind of collecting different textures and different colored papers so that I can create a book here in the near future. And so I want to get started here. This is really simple. I was just kind of experimenting a little bit, and I found that this was going to be a really fun thing to do. So what I have done is I've created texture using Faber-Castell's whipped spackle, and I put it here on the paper, and I'm going to show you how I did that in just a second. It might be hard to see with the lighting, but then I did it on some colored paper or some linen off-white paper, and this is actually still drying, but it kind of gives us an idea of embossing. And when it dries, I have considered thinking about coloring it so that you can see it better, especially on this white paper. It's hard even to see in the film, but we're gonna just do it really quick here together. And let me set these aside and get settled. Okay, let me show you what the supplies are that we're going to use today. I'm going to use this whip spackle by Faber-Castell, and I'm going to kind of use this spatula that I had on hand, and some paper that I'm using that is a little darker so that the spackle can actually show up. And then I'm going to use this stencil. And what I'm thinking is when I go to make my book, right, this paper will be folded in half. And actually this page is probably a little bit bigger than what I would normally use in a book, so eventually it's going to get cut down to size. So this stencil actually is going to work perfectly, because what I'm planning on doing here is I'm going to stencil the outside here, just around here, and then I'm going to leave the center open. So I'm actually not going to stencil inside this portion. I'm just going to do a border here. And so this is so simple, and I love this technique because it really pops. I'm going to put down my stencil with a little bit of sticky tape there, and here we go. So this stuff is just like frosting. It's kind of cool, and I just kind of grab it like this, and then you just kind of go in the crevices of your stencil. Now I don't really want to get, I see that I have gotten those. I don't want to get that. So I guess you gotta be kind of careful where you put your spackle. But it goes on very smooth, and it actually is just kind of a pleasant experience just to do it. It's kind of fun, simple, fast, easy. Okay. And then I'm gonna catch that one there. It cleans up very easy, so you see I'm getting it on my mat, but that's okay. I'm gonna clean it up and we'll be good to go. So today, very warm today. I had to change out of my jeans into my shorts. Seems as though we're finally getting a little bit of warmth, and so you might be able to hear my neighbor doing his lawns out there, and everybody's kind of anxiously awaiting the moments where they can play outside, because we've all been kind of inside so much that it's just kind of nice to think that we could actually get out of the house and enjoy the day. Okay, so I'm almost finished here with that. And let's see here, that looks pretty good. And then all you do then is just lift it up, and there you have, what a great border that is. I love it. And it's gonna have texture, and it's gonna feel really great. So the only other thing that you could do with this is you could add color if you want. You can do you know, all kinds of ideas. You could use a watercolor, you could use gelatos. There's just a lot of things. I kind of like the white lacy look. That really pops for me, so I think I'm gonna just keep it like that. But anyway, very simple way of adding texture to your papers, and I'm excited to use it in my next book. There you have it, stencils and spackle.